Hello. Is communication the key to a good marriage? This is what modern pop psychology says, that in order to have a good marriage, you must be able to communicate well. Well, my parents did not communicate well, and they lasted until my mom's death a few years ago, for many, many years. My dad was an only child. My mom was one of seven. My mom was never modeled a quiet, gentle, submissive wife. They quarreled a lot about almost everything. And my dad didn't talk a lot because he was just an only child and he just didn't communicate well at all. So communication was not the key to their marriage and to many others. It's commitment, it's being covenant keepers, it's loving and serving your husband. It's because even the formula for women who are married to disobedient husbands, the God's formula for that isn't to communicate with them, plead your case, correct him, share all your thoughts and opinions with him constantly. It's nothing about communication. It's about winning them with a gentle and quiet spirit, by living in subjection to them. And God put in there without a word. The King James says without the word. But it's not winning them with words. It's not scolding them and exhorting them and rebuking them or anything. It's by their behavior that wins them. And we don't keep our marriage together by simply good communication. It takes a lot more than good communication. It takes loving your husband, serving your husband, being a helpmeet to your husband, staying committed to each other through the good times and the bad times, through the hard and the easy, through the rich and the poor times. It has nothing to do with communication. It's great if you have good communication with your husband. But oftentimes when you hear that communication is the key, it's the wife who wants to decide what good communication means, being able to get everything off of her mind that's bothering her about her husband, discussing things ad nauseum, going over and over things, being, everything bothering her about what he does, leaving the toilet seat up, instead of just learning, it's okay if he leaves the toilet seat up. He has to put it up every time, I'll just put it down every time, or if he doesn't take out the garbage, I'll take out the garbage. It's not letting all those things bother you and thinking that you have to get everything off of your mind to him. No, that's not the key to a good marriage. In fact, it's renewing our minds with truth. It's taking every thought captive to the obedience. Like saying, oh, he leaves the toilet seat up all the time. Instead, renew your mind with truth. I'm so thankful I have a husband that leaves the toilet seat up all the time. I don't mind putting it down. I'm thankful I have a husband who will take out the trash sometimes. I'll take out the trash this time. And it's renewing your mind with the things that you love about your husband and why you married him, and thinking of ways that you can be a better wife instead of trying to change him. And every time he hurts your feelings, it's not having to go to him and tell him that he hurt your feelings and he shouldn't do that and da-da-da. No, it's deciding to not allow your feelings to be hurt. It's pouring grace and love upon him. It's okay. In fact, self-pity is satanic when you're always upset with him for hurting your feelings or doing something towards you that you didn't like. That's keeping your eyes on yourself instead of on Christ. Look how much Christ has forgiven us. We must likewise forgive our husband, pour grace and love upon our husband, not expect him to be perfect, not try to make him be perfect. We're not their Holy Spirit, we're their helpmeet. So we love our husbands, we give them grace. We don't need to quarrel. Why do you think there's so many verses in Proverbs about the quarreling and contentious wife? It's because she's always talking. And I think God used meek and quiet spirits for a good reason, to describe a godly wife. It doesn't mean we have to spout out all of our opinions, all of our thoughts and everything, unless they're good. It says, let no unwholesome word come out of your mouth unless it's edifying, uplifting, encouraging towards our husband. We're not the ones that are supposed to exhort and rebuke them. Yeah, if there's a troubling sin that's ongoing, you can discuss it with him, but then you have to give it to the Lord and try to win him without a word, with your godly behavior and by living in subjection to him. We cannot improve upon God's prescription for marriage, women. There's nothing in the Bible that says that good communication is what keeps a marriage together. But actually, good communication on your part by saying things that are encouraging, uplifting, edifying, not quarreling, not contentious. Yeah, those things will help to keep a marriage together, but that's not usually what they mean when they say good communication. Usually means just spouting off all of your thoughts and feelings. But take all of your thoughts and feelings captive to the obedience of Christ. Renew your mind daily with God's truth. And this is the recipe for good marriage. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.